Ghosts and ghouls with greenish skin. So close your eyes and you will find that you've arrived in Frightenstein. Perhaps the Count will find a way to make his monster work today. For if he solves this monster mania, he can return to Transylvania. So welcome where the sun won't shine, to the castle of Count Frightenstein.
You little devils. By the sign of the three-toed sloth, I command you to grow. Grow! You worked for Dad, why not me? Personality conflict. Ah, here comes my favorite yo-yo servant. Igor, you are late? Besides which, you are late. What were you up to this time?
Well, Master, today is the day designated for the Count Frightenstein door-to-door poll.
Igor, we have no time to discuss poles, sticks, and stones, whatever. Do you not understand? It is time to pay tribute.
Master, excuse me. Before we pay tribute, I think we should pay the light bill.
Igor, beware. You are speaking to a count. All right, Igor, come here. For now, it is time to raise the flag. You get a good sound on that, Igor. And to sing our national anthem. Count it in yourself. Good evening.
9-5.
All right.
Gari, Transylvania.
Hey.
The werewolves and bats will always blame you. The murky board would like to claim. As we go some way through.
Nice shading. I pledge by the sign of the three-toed sloth to do my best, to do my duty, to always obey the laws of the werewolf pack, and to never rest until Brucey leaves once more and takes his rightful place in the annals of distinguished monsters. And I can once again return to that most glorious of homeland, Transylvania.
As we go through.
Igor. Which means, do not jump on the last note when it is the Count.
For what, Count?
Don't forget the game.
For
All right, explain yourself. What is this nonsense about a door-to-door survey? All right, who did you interrogate? I'd rather interview.
Well, Master, I did a door-to-door survey, but I didn't interview any human people.
But that is nonsense, Igor. If you did not interview human people, then who or what did you interview?
Well, Master, I've just completed a door-to-door, in-depth interview of 317 doors, 7 hinges, and a fire hydrant.
Outside. Juana sailed to Africa to capture some wild creatures. He said he'd bring them to the zoo and put on double features. He said he'd lost some animals and needed several more. But he was shocked at what he saw as he approached the shore, for all along the waterfront were cats of all descriptions. A lion told him they'd all come down for the auditions. The lion said that each of them had talent by the bushel, and if he stayed a moment, they would give him quite an earful. This was too much for Bwana Clyde, who left that very night. For lions who can tap dance make our Bwana Clyde uptight.
It's Chinese time!
and welcome to Zany Zoo. That's right, I am the Bawana Clyde Batty at your service. So happy you could join us today. Now, if you recall, just the other day, I let out my very rare Rary bird. And I think he's just about due to come back now. I've been waiting for him. I'll leave the cage door open for him to fly right in. Phone out of the way, and I think he's coming now. Nice to have you back. Now, as I explained the other day, you see, inside my cage here is the Rary bird. Now, the Rary bird flies so fast that even in this cage, flying around in there, so fast you can't even see him. Isn't that an interesting thing now? Don't you think so? Well, I think so. Oh, okay, darling. Right. All right, we might let him out tomorrow and he'll have another little fly around. Well, that's the call of the Rary bird. So, I guess we'll definitely let him out tomorrow. All right, sir, now. Oh, excuse me, please. Hello, Bawana Clyde Batty. Yes, sir. You can't see it? Well, no, I just explained. You see, sir, the Rary bird is so fast you can't see it. That's right. But you can hear it. Did you hear that, sir? Right. Ooh, and not in the best of tempers, I'll go on to you. All right. All right, sir, thank you for calling. Bye-bye. Keep watching. All right, I think it's time now that we got to our project. So why don't you come along with old Bawana Clyde, and we'll see what we're going to see today. I'm going to get it in place. There we go. Wheels are in place, that's right. Film's messy as ever. Going to put the switch on, and what do we see? And what have we got here? This is the leopard. It's a very strong resemblance to the domestic cat, isn't it? But don't be fooled by that. This is a big fella. Same beauty, strength and agility, and round head, short nose, and long, thin tail. And he looks a little sleepy, he does. Hello, sir. How are you today, eh? Now, they're most widely distributed of all the big cats, found in Africa from the Mediterranean to the Cape in Asia, stretching from Asia Minor to China, southern Siberia to the East Indies. Now, these are the most athletic of all the big cats, good at running and jumping, tree climbing and swimming across rivers. Now, it's very active in the trees, springing onto its prey from overhanging branches. Now, he's more silent than the lion or tiger, a very wary and cunning animal. And look at those penetrating eyes, would you? Oh, goodness. Hello, Mr. Whiskers. Hello, hello, hello. Now, 3 months after the parents have mated, 2 to 5 cubs are born. Now, they're trainable, but only when they're young. But they never stay trained, so unfortunately, you shouldn't have one of these as a pet, you see. Hello, lovely. Give us a kiss then, eh? Give us a nice kiss. Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely. Did you like that film? Oh, I think it was just fantastic. Oh, do? Yes, lovely, lovely. All right. Well, I'm afraid it's that time at Zany Zoo when Bawana Clyde Batty has to say his inevitable, you know, ooga booga, which means planted palms and grey suits will never make the berry plant grow. Which stands to reason now, doesn't it? Right, all right. Shoot a bye then. Away we go to take some more film. That's what we're going to do.
Pets are friends.
Hi there, Wolfman. Here I am, old Gronk.
Hey, Gronk, what's happening, babe?
Well, I've got another riddle for you today.
Good, lay it on me.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What question do you always answer yes to?
I don't know. What question do you always answer yes to?
Well, the question is, what spells Y-E-S?
Yes. Get it.
Vince never comes in for any mail. Never.
I think it's time for a break. You probably need it by now.
The Oracle. Far out, Gronk.
Yesterday we spent the day, the Oracle and I, discussing all the mystic signs, especially Gemini. That's the twins, he said to me. And if you haven't heard, they talk a lot. In fact, so much you can't get in a word. And Geminis are busy folk, like everybody's mother, rushing from one project here and off to do another. I said, that's wrong, completely wrong, a twisted point of view. I know, because I'm Gemini. He smiled and said, me too.
I am the Oracle, and so is my father and his father before him. From these two great men, I have inherited my incredible psychic powers, my devotion, my kindness, my human understanding, my wisdom. And also, I'm afraid my clumsiness, too. I wish I had inherited a couple of thousand extra crystal balls as well. But now, to get to our sign. Oh, wistful mist that the gods have kissed, which sign, whose fate will fortune twist? Ah, and our sign today is Capricorn. Now, all of you kids who were born between December the 22nd and January the 19th, then you are a Capricorn. You are also ambitious. From the moment Capricorn is born, he struggles to achieve the lofty goals he sets for himself. Capricorns are a self-disciplined lot of people. Yes, that's very good, and that will help you in your schoolwork also. And now, for our spare crystal ball time. Just like an air freshener. Oh, magic crystal, crystal ball, tell me now, tell me. Oh. Yes, now is the time for Capricorn to show his thanks for favors done him in the past. Be extra nice to your mother today, and that goes for your father as well. A simple thank you told in action is far better than any given in words. That is very good advice, for mothers and fathers do a lot for us, and we should show our thanks on occasion whenever we can. It never hurts to be kind. And now to answer our letter for the day. Dear Oracle, please explain what an alchemist is. Wasn't he some sort of scientist? Well, yes, he was a scientist, but of the crudest sort. And yet, alchemists accidentally made many important discoveries, though usually quite by accident. Alchemists spent their lives looking for something called the Philosopher's Stone. Now, this is a piece of metal which was put through a chemical process. After this process, the Philosopher's Stone was supposed to turn ordinary metal into gold. But of course, it never did. I mean, if you could turn anything into gold, it'd be like the Midas touch, eh? Would you turn to gold, Bud? Why don't you turn to stone, eh? Oh, look to the stars.
Gronk!
Oh, Gronk, how are you
Hi
today?
there, Count.
I'm fine, thank you. I have a little puzzle for you.
You do?
Can you tell me
a puzzle?
Who discovered America?
Sure, Christopher Columbus. I knew him well.
Wrong.
Wrong?
No, the Vikings were here 500 years before him.
They must have caught an earlier plane then.
Gronk, there were no planes then. No, they came in Viking ships.
Viking ships? What are they?
Well, this book will tell us everything we ever wanted to know about
Oh.
the Vikings.
Good. What's it called?
Everything we ever wanted to know about the Vikings.
Ooh, wrong. Okay, what did it say there? Let's hear
All
it.
right. Now, it says that the Vikings were large seagoing men with beards and...
No shaving cream.
No shaving cream. That's not right.
It's not
Will
right.
you please just let me read what is written?
Okay.
All right. You always interrupt me. It's very
Wrong.
rude. Now, they came from the part of the world that is now Norway and Sweden.
Sure.
And they called their vessels dragon ships.
Because they were a drag to race in.
That's right, because they
Or
were
ride
such a
in.
drag to race.
That is not so.
It's
Will you
not
please
so?
just let me read what is written?
Oh, sure.
All
sure.
right, then. Oh, you make me so mad sometimes. Now, here we are. They were very nice ships. Please don't touch a cow.
I'm
Never
sorry.
touch a cow. Ever, ever.
Wrong.
Never. Now, they call them dragon ships because they carved the face of a dragon on the prow.
On the prow?
Yes.
Is that the front?
That's the very front of the boat. Very good.
Good.
Now, the Vikings sailed their ships
To
to...
Disneyland.
Disneyland. There was no Disneyland then.
There was no Disneyland?
No, there was nothing like that.
No Disneyland?
They sailed their ships to Britain, Greenland, and even the east coast of Canada.
East
Now, they were the
coast.
first Europeans to land in North America.
That's too bad.
What do you mean that's too bad?
Well, if they were the first ones here, that means there was nobody around to sell them a postcard.
Oh, Gronk, don't you understand? Please, there were no postcards then.
Well, then if they didn't have any postcards, what did the Vikings want?
Well, they wanted to... They more or less were coming here to... See, I think I have to go and see Griselda now, Gronk. Goodbye.
Gronk.
It is written that all the forces born of nature bend not to the success or eventual failure of ignorant men, attached by early regard of bygone karna.
Griselda is the kind of girl who should just once a year go off on a vacation, but she never will, I fear. I asked her once if she would like to maybe go away. I said, I'm not too fussy. When? Just try and leave today. She asked, how long will I be gone? I said, well, don't arrive until you find the days add up 365.
I'm Griselda, the gourmet, a thing of beauty. I'll feed you a meal which will make your taste buds water. Then the tears will start to flow. Pitter patter, what's the matter? You mean you didn't like my stew? It doesn't scan, but then again, what does? Come on in and have fun. We're on Happiness Street by the Cauldron. And here we are with another wonderful, wonderful recipe. And don't forget about Griselda's cookbook. Now, it is available at all the stores. Just phone them up and ask for it. And if they haven't got it, you ask them why. Shame, shame on them. Now, what we're having today is a beautiful recipe, and we call this Dunhill's Dingbat Bell Ringing Dublin Derby Steeple Shocking Special. Do you believe that? Well, it's right here. Yes, there it is. Now, I seem to have all the ingredients. Now, starting out, we have here some clean mountain air, which is something very rare around here. Oh, not too much of it. Clean mountain air. Stay in there, stay in there. There we go. Now we mix the clean mountain air. Now, here's my favorite coming up, and you know what it is. Oh, didn't catch it. Walt. A little more Walt. Good old Walt. And with Walt, we never quite complete without glop. Now we have a little bit of glop Walt. A great deal of humor there, is there not? Hey, Booker boy. Your heart. Eat it out. Oh, just having a wonderful time here. Now, what am I missing on the ingredients? Yes. Oh, of course, a little bit of chocolate. Chocolate. And now, the good old faithful. Honey. There we are. Oh, it's just looking. Now, here we go to get the last ingredient. And we're going by Polly. Oh, who has a pen in his mouth? Oh, and it's all wiggly. Are you getting all wound up in your work? Now, you might wonder why I always come to this shelf for my last ingredient. Because this is the last shelf ingredient shelf. That's why I'm here. Now, as you well know, anything this involved requires an involved ingredient to go with it. So, we have a hollowed out anthill. I think this should go quite nice, don't you? Come along, here we are. Oh, hi, here we are with the hollowed out anthill. I'm going to take save and hill and throw it into yon cauldron. Here it goes. Wonderful, that being done. Oh, we go right back to our mixing bowl. And now we're ready to go to the cauldron. Here we go. Right to the cauldron, and in she goes. Beautiful. Looking good, looking good. Cauldron, cauldron, toiling trouble. Cauldron boil, and cauldron bubble. Taster time. Well, I feel that... I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Oh, well, now for the next recipe. Now, what have we got here? Oh, yes.
Everybody has to do guard duty. So I pull the 6 to midnight shift. Oh, boy.
Yes, you're right. The moment has arrived. We'll be back soon.
Down a quart.
I'd have got sick if I'd have eaten Griselda's cooking.
Hold on there. Hold on. Pull over there, Igor. Now, this is the Grammar Slammer here again, ready to hammer in some grammar with the help of the Grammar Slammer Bammer.
First I hammer, then I bammer.
Yeah, but not just yet there, Bammer. Tell Igor that you're pleased to see him.
Oh, you're pleased to see him. You won a bet.
Ah, lovely, lovely. Now, Igor, what have you been doing to the lovely English language?
Doing? Nothing.
Oh, yes? Well, I could have sworn I just heard you say, I'd have got sick if I'd eaten any of Griselda's food. Now,
Wrong.
what's wrong with that?
Nothing, because I didn't eat any.
The sentence, Igor, the sentence.
The hammer, Igor, the hammer.
Hold on there, Bammer. Give him a chance now. What's wrong with that sentence, Igor?
I don't want to be hammered.
Not that sentence. The one you said it's poor English.
Oh, well, it's poor food.
But what's wrong with saying I'd of? Let's have an instant replay of what you said. No. I'd have got sick?
You wouldn't have got sick. I'd have got sick.
Oh. But you can't say of got?
Hammer, rammer, slammer, hammer. I don't know what do you say instead of got?
Oh, well, no. Come on, Igor. I'm sure you can get it if you try.
Oh, rammer, slammer, bammer, rammer.
All right, let's have a look at the correct version. Now, read it to me.
Yes, well, I should have said,
Right.
I would have got sick if I'd have eaten any of Griselda's food.
I'd have got sick is correct. That's
slammer,
very
bammer.
good, Igor.
Hammer Igor tomorrow.
Well, maybe we'll see how he fares tomorrow.
Get you next time. Why don't you go for holidays? Rammer, slammer, bammer,
Librarians are funny sorts. They're never up to date. If something big is taking place, they find out much too late. I told the old librarian that I would bring him soon a book that told the story of the first man on the moon. He laughed at me and then he said he'd give the book a try, but only when he knew for sure that man had learned to fly.
Sounds like someone's been in the rain, huh? Well, now, how are you today? Welcome to the library. This is Polly, and this is Horrendous. Paredes, say hello. Oh, you've got it hidden behind the books. Have it your way. And now, are you ready for terror? For I am terror. As I will prove to you by frightening you with all of my heavy stories. White cap. Seesaw down in my lap. Up again onto her feet. Little girl lost her white cap. Blown away in the street. Zanzibar, please. Elsie Marley. Now I'll get you. Elsie Marley is crowned so fine, she won't get up to feed the swine, meaning the little piggies, but lies in bed till 8 or 9. Lazy Elsie Marley. Till 8 or 9 is lazy? Then I'm a slob. I sleep all the time. Oh, come, Marley. Your act is Christmas time, not now. The milkman. Milkman, where have you been? In buttermilk channel up to my chin. I spilled my milk and I spoiled my clothes and got a long icicle hung from my nose. Now, the patsy. Deedle dumpling, my son John. Ate a patsy 5 feet long. He bit it once, he bit it twice. Oh my goodness, it was full of mice. Blah. Whew. Don't think I dig that one. One more, and this is sure to chill you right through. John Bull, your belly's so full, you can't jump over a 3-legged stool. That's it. Oh well, perhaps next time I'll terrify you. But until then, this is the librarian saying goodbye. Goodbye.
I hate to bother you, sir, but there's no camping allowed here.
Let's take a break.
You know, it would be nice if Griselda would pay her rent.
Pet said he had a squirrel who thought his brothers crazy because they gathered nuts all day while he stayed home quite lazy. The others said, when winter comes, we'll all go live in the trees, while you, my friend, will have to stay out in the snow and freeze. The young squirrel laughed and said to them, I've got plans too, you see. While you're in your trees asleep, I'm going to learn to ski.
Yes, Sam, I'm sorry. Listen, Griselda, I told you 100 times, don't call me at work. Goodbye.
Hello, Igor.
Hello.
How are you today?
All right. Griselda was on the telephone.
Oh.
She always calls me at work, and if the Count finds out, he'll be very cross.
Oh, well, the Count should give you more of a nice time. Look what I have for you here. Ooh. You know what that is, Igor? That's a baby green turtle. That's right. Now, you just put him down for a moment. I'm going to show you something. You see? Now, he's about a year old. Isn't he beautiful? Nice. I'll go put him right here. And now, this is his big brother.
Oh!
Isn't that something?
Whoa!
That's Mutt and that's Jeff. How about that? Look at him travel. Now, I'll tell you something about these fellows. Boy, they're really something to see. I'll tell you. Now, this is also called the red-eared turtle. See right here?
Because he's got red ears.
It's not actually an ear, but it's just red, and they call it the red-eared turtle. Isn't that something?
Yeah, that's what
it's one of the most popular pets. Now, they're quite small, actually. This is as big as they'll ever get, and this is something I want to tell you about. Have you ever seen kids who've had little turtles like this, and they've painted the shell?
Yes, I've seen
that. That is the worst thing you can do to the poor little turtle, because that paint will shrivel up that shell and eventually kill the poor little turtle.
I would never do that.
No, don't ever do it, and I don't want anybody. I never want to see anybody. Sir, that's exactly right. We don't want to hurt them. They're there to entertain us and for us to have fun with. Isn't that right?
Oh, look at your races, this one.
Now, the record, of course, is 11 inches, and this fella isn't too far from it. Boy, he's really active today. Let's have a good look at him. Here now. You just relax, young man. That's better. Right now.
Right.
You know, they can be handled by even small children. Did you know that? Even small children. They're quite active on the floor or outside in the yard. And usually, they're quite hardy because of this shell. See, that's a pretty hard shell. We won't hit it too hard, because I never like to hurt any little animals, that's for sure. Now, most come from the southern part of the States. The United States, that is, Louisiana. And they can live in small turtle bowl or in a fish bowl. And they're scavengers, you know. They'll eat a wide variety of things. Lettuce and flies and raw hamburger. They'll eat raw hamburger sometimes. But it's important to keep the turtle clean. You must always keep your pets clean, because they can't clean themselves sometimes. So it's up to you to do it if you're going to treat them right. Come on here, Mutt. What's up, Bo? You just stop that. Igor, I want you to have Mutt and Jeff.
I'm going to ask the sloth.
Ask the sloth, if you will. Oh, look, the little guys come to life. Way to go. Woo, there's the other. Come on, you kids.
Mr. Sloth? Yes, I'm quite well, thanks. There's two fellows. One's name is Mutt, and one is Jeff. One is only small. Maybe he could stick around. Yes, I understand.
Igor, I've got to show you something before you tell me the answer. Have you ever seen the old shell game? Oh, I'm just joking. Did he say no again?
No again.
Well, don't you worry about it, Igor, because Dr. Pet Vet will return with more pets. And remember, pets are friends. That's right.
Don't forget the little fellow.
I wouldn't forget the little fellow. Off we go, boys.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye, Igor.
Bye-bye.
Dr. Pet Vet? That's good.
This is the last 100 gulags we got. And if I spend it badly, the master will be very angry with me. I hear a knock. The door. Coming! Who's there? Back door. Long away. Hello? Hello? Oh, hello, you the brush? No, I'm not the lady of the house. Do I look like the lady of the house? Just a joke. No, I don't need any brushes. No, I don't even need brushes to clean the brushes. I don't... Oh, it's pretty simple. Yeah, huh? Yeah, all right. 99.99. Here we are. Take that, keep the change. Yes, just 1 cent. Goodbye. Hello, master.
Hello, Igor, do I see you with brushes?
Yes, master. It was a free sample for only 99.99.
Oh, Igor, more brushes than what we have. Put them away. Igor, this has got to stop. You just can't buy everything that when a fellow comes to the door, you just buy. You've got to stop it.
Yes, we do have a few brushes, master.
We certainly do. Look at them all.
But next time he comes, master, I won't take any more brushes.
Right.
I'll take mops.
You will take nothing of the kind. You will take nothing, do you understand?
Yes, master.
But not to worry, because after this, my new invention. How do you like that, Igor?
Fantastic, master. What does it do? It looks to me like an old back scratcher.
That's where you're wrong.
Wrong?
This is not a back scratcher. This is a salesman repellent.
Oh, how does it work, master?
I will show you. You see the hand here?
Yes.
And extended along here is a pole. Now, when the door rings, see? You see? Then you open the door slightly, and you take the hand and you push out at the salesman and shove them away. And this says no.
No, that means we don't want anything.
Exactly. No, negative, kaput, nothing.
Finished.
Very good.
Go
Now,
away.
I am very weary after working on this for so long. So I'm going to take a little nap. Now, if a salesman comes, I want you to remember what to do. No invention.
Don't worry, master. I can handle it.
Salesman repellent.
Don't worry, master. I can handle it. Don't worry. It's a pretty good back scratcher anyhow. Oh, must be a salesman. I'll try out the new invention. Ha-ha. No! You don't want it! Go ahead! No!
Igor.
Yes,
I'm sorry,
master.
I forgot to tell you. My Uncle Sylvester is coming over in a moment. He owes me 50 gulars, and I want you to treat him especially good, all right?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, no, no. Do not go away. We will soon return.
Hey, get this. Did you hear about the two mosquitoes that held their wedding in the spring? They'd still be alive today if only their wedding had been on the rocks. Get it? No, that's funny. Lunchtime.
The professor told me something which I thought not too profound. He said, when anything goes up, it surely must come down. And then he took a boulder and he threw it in the air. He did it just to prove his point, although I didn't care. He said, I'd like to talk some more, but I'm a little rushed. I see that boulder coming down, so run or we'll be crushed.
Do not, I urge you, do not be troubled, be frightened, be led to scare by this strange music which emerges from this strange old place. I am Professor Julius Sumner Miller, and we are doing some physics with a flask and some colored water in it, and we need to learn a little language. When is a thing elastic? A thing is elastic for physics as follows. If when compressed or distorted or deformed, it recovers completely, then it is said to be highly elastic. Steel is highly elastic. Glass is highly elastic. This is sometimes called an elastic band, but it is falsely called. Proof. Let me measure that new elastic band, so-called, precisely, let me measure it. 3.73 centimeters, let us say. Now I'm going to deform it. And now I'm going to relax it and measure it again. I assert that it'll be longer than before. It has not recovered. So this is falsely called an elastic band. I sometimes go to the secretary of my department and say, my dear lady, will you give me some inelastic rubber bands? Oh, she says, Professor, we don't have any. We have elastic rubber bands. And then I blow my stack because she does not have any elastic rubber bands. There are no elastic rubber bands. Glass is highly elastic. Steel is highly elastic. Proof. Here I get in a prayerful mood. And here is the level of the water in this tube. Right there. And I'm going to ever so gently squeeze the wide faces of the bottle. There. Look at that. Ever so gently. Yeah. So clearly, I deformed the bottle, which being elastic recovered, and if we look sharply at the level now, it would have recovered completely. Now, what happens when I squeeze the narrow sides? Now, I asked that question, I think, on an earlier program, and I invite you to contemplate the reason for it now going down. Watch it. There it is. I'll have to squeeze it. There it is, and there it is. Yeah. Now, the first case I will make clear, and I will leave the second to you. There's the original configuration. And when I squeezed the wide sides, they took up that geometry. The volume was less. and the liquid had to go somewhere. This demonstration shows us that water is highly incompressible and glass highly elastic. Here I have a flask, bottle, nearly completely filled with water. Not quite. There is a bubble in it. That's a little too high. There's the bubble. There's the bubble. I'm using this as a spirit level. Now, I say that if I squeeze that glass, I can compress that bubble because gases are highly incompressible. It'd be difficult to see. Yes, it smalled up a bit. It got a bit smaller. Yeah. Now, a commentary. I warn you not to do it because it is a dangerous experiment, but it could be done. If this bottle were filled completely, notice how emphatically I say it, completely with water from which all the occluded gases have been driven off, if this were filled completely, I could, with absolute immunity, use this to drive nails into a block of wood. Why? Because the glass is highly elastic and the water highly incompressible. But with the slightest bubble therein, ho-ho, the glass would yield, the bubble would yield, and we would have disaster. And so, we shall return another day with some more enchanting things to inquire about.
I have an extreme dislike for that horn.
The Wolfman is Ooga Booga.
I am the Wolfman. I am the Wolfman, and I'm back among my people. And my people are you people. That's right, and boy oh boy, we have got some moldies, but goldies. And this is EECH. Radio. Fantastic. All right, now, let's get to it, because pretty soon it's cooking time. Let's check the old chime time. 7 o'clock. Hello, this is the Wolfman. That's what I am. Honey, I told you don't bug me when I'm working.
What do you do when your dub-dub itches?
I don't know. What would you do?
Rub-a-dub-dub.
Pardon me, but have you noticed anything strange in the park today?
Good afternoon, Master.
Hello, Igor.
I see you're reading, Master.
That is correct.
What are you reading, Master?
Well, I'm just going through some of my old copies of Play Monster magazine.
Oh, I didn't know you read that, Master.
Of course. It's a very intellectual magazine. Oh, they have good monster movie reviews. They have great monster makers of the past. All kinds of good things like that.
Master, many of my great recipes I got out of this magazine.
Is that
and
right?
also there is always the centerfold.
The centerfold? Yes, oh well, yes, there's always the centerfold, isn't there?
Yes, Master.
I wonder why the mail hasn't arrived yet today. Funny I should say that.
I'll go the door. Me?
Well, certainly not me.
Yes, Master. Coming! There's something wrong with me, Master. He ran away again.
Yes, well, I can well understand that. What is in the mail today?
Oh, Master, this week's copy of Play Monster.
Oh, the new one. Oh, well, I might get a chance to browse through it later. Is there anything interesting in there?
Master, there's an article comparing you with the rest of the new breed of monster makers.
There is what? Yes. Oh, goody. Do you know what this means? Do you know that I will go down in the annals of monster making? I'll be famous. I'll be rich. The goulash. Read it to me.
Now, Master.
Not later.
The major difference between Count Frightenstein and the rest of the new breed of monster makers is that their monsters work.
Well, I could have told you that.
EECH. Dig it all, babe.
Transylvania, here I come. Wait for me.
The castle lights are growing dim. There's no one left but me and him. When next we meet in Frankenstone, don't come alone.
Goodbye. The show is absolutely finished. Kaput. Over. Bang.
Wow.